Bloody hell. Ow. Ow. Hello, everybody.
Hang on.
Welcome to my channel, Keel Talks. We're live
started
already.
I wasn't ready.
Oh, God. Okay. Bloody hell. Welcome to my channel, Keel Talks. Tonight, we're going to do some card readings. We're going to have some ghost stories. Some of my own experience ghost stories. And some stories off Reddit as well. So that's going to be fun. Let me just say hello to everybody. So we've got Blow Your Own Trumpet, your boy Gary.
I'm still
We
tickled.
got listen.
Blow your own trumpet.
We got Sandy here. Hey, Sandy. Hey,
Hello.
Rose. Hey, Kirsty.
Hello.
And Kirsty again with the emojis. She says, nice pink for you managed to sneak in. A flower, I think she meant. Hey, pretty tulips.
Pretty what?
Hey, pretty tulips.
Pretty tulips. Oh, that's a nice name.
Hey, Jenny. Hey, Screams of Anubis. Hey, Muscan. Kirsty says, haha, nice timing, Gary.
Yeah, can't help it.
Hey, Vita. Rose says, trying to get through Twitter. How to check? I keep getting this blue box popping up. Oh, bloody hell. Hey again, Sandy.
No.
Hey, Christine.
Hey, Christine.
Hey, Die for JD.
JD.
Hello, Soul.
So.
I love the picture. That's very cute.
Yeah.
Thanks for hearing me out yesterday. I don't know what you mean, Jenny. I don't know if you're on about me or somebody else. The guy's muted. I'm used to that noise of his fan. Cheerlet says, can we ask questions? So like all my card streams, it's the same rules apply, like here at the bottom where it's a cross. If you'd like a reading, wait until I tell everyone to put a 1. And if I'm drawn to you, I will pick you. And then you can ask your question. I don't do a list for free readings. So regarding the questions, wait until I tell everyone to put a 1, pretty tulips, and then if I pick you, then you can ask a question. If it's for a reading, that's sweet. Hey, Tails. Hey, Walter. And I think I said hello to everybody. So I was going to start off with the readings, and then we're going to get into some spooky stories as well. This is my Halloween outfit for today. That's my attempt. Sandy says, getting ready for work, doing my nails. And Pretty Tulip says, gotcha. Yeah, like I said, just the same as the other ones with the card readings. Are you coming on screen?
Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm looking at the story. As you want me to read, so I can make sure I get the timing right on it.
Hurry up.
Oh no.
Hey Walter. Walter says, can I have a reading? You got to wait until I tell everyone to put a 1. I'm just saying hello to everybody first, my love, and letting everyone know what we're going to be doing today. But yeah, it's just like the same as the other streams regarding the readings. You know, just wait until everyone to put one. I do need to shuffle my cards first, get everything shuffled, get these energies going. It's nice I got here. I don't know if you came on the last one, did you? I can't remember. No, you didn't.
No.
No, you didn't.
You didn't have me, the little worm with the blue bear.
You did that TV stream yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday, Jenna. Or the day before, and I typed out my story. Oh, love. You froze
Hi,
then, but you...
What, from waving? I froze?
No, you froze me with like your teeth like that. Like that.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gary. Hello. How are ya? Oh, I love you all. Hello, love. How are you today?
Oh, God.
My little devil. Hello.
Casey says, where is your outfit, Gary?
Oh.
Alright, I gotta figure something out. I'll be back.
That's what I was talking about. Hey, Soul again. And Rose says, hey, Keely, Gary, my manners. So, hey, Rose. And hey, Real Hamster. Lovely to see you. As always. I wonder what he's going to put on.
Just keep saying hello. I'll figure something out.
Hello. Is it hello or is it hello? First we hydrate before we elevate. Where's my cats? Let me get these cards shuffled. I hope you guys are having a lovely Halloween weekend as well. Congratulations, Queen's Anubis. It says finished the album finally. Well done, love. And Dave JD is wishing you congratulations as well. Congratulations, my love. A bit cold today. Hello, KK. I think he's going to come as a ghost. It's going to be Gary the Ghost. Gary the Ghoster. Yes, so what did you say, love? You just put my name.
What?
I was just seeing, Walter just put Keela. What?
I can't really see right now. Hold on.
Make it any more obvious that you're a ghoster.
No, not a ghost. Let's see. Oh god, I can't see anything. I can't even see my pointer.
What kind of pointer?
Not that kind. Naughty girl.
No, I'm
What
good.
the hell?
Don't let the devil hands fool you. I'm really an angel.
Uh-huh. Where is it?
What deck are you using today? Well, I'm using a few different decks, filter. So I'm using this deck, which has all different cards in, different oracle cards. I'm using my Rider-Waite tarot. What the hell?
Hello.
Are you being swallowed by a monkey?
I'm a monkey.
Or you got your head up a monkey's butt?
If that's what you're into. Hello.
Are you a monkey's ass?
No. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, said funny monkey.
Well, I can't see anything.
Christine says, "Goodbye, Gary.
I'm a
You
blind
don't need
monkey.
an outfit."
That's right. 'Cause I'm a monkey anyway.
He's a monkey's ass.
Oh no.
It's falling out. Hey, DJ H.
I'm a ninja monkey.
Hello, Erin Cooper. So, going back to what decks I'm using. So, I'm using different ones here. The monkey's ass is distracting me. I'm using my Denise Lynn Sacred Traveler Oracle deck. My Kiwi deck. And obviously my Rider-Waite tarot, like I already said, which is in here. Where the hell is my rebel deck? Here it is. Please don't.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Hey, Nature's girl.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Can you see my mouth?
Kirsty says, what Gary did the other night with another brick in the wall was good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Stop it!
I'm a great brick. I'm a great brick in the wall.
Oh my god, bud, yeah.
Hello.
Oh, I forgot myself.
Hello.
So, Danny says Gary's gonna pass out, can't breathe in a minute. We got the rebel deck.
Rebel deck. Yay!
The romance
love the
angels. Your Pam says, just goes to show you could wear a burlap sack and still be funny, Gary.
Oh no.
It's you're like an old. Your face underneath looks like an old man or something.
I am an old man.
Oh,
Stop
dear.
making me laugh because I'm going to have a heart attack.
Oh, you bloody crackers!
I'm
And
a
we've got
bloody
them.
blue brick in a wall.
Back it in.
Come on then. Read your card. You're supposed to be the psychic.
This guy's like the mouth is creepy as fuck. That's the bit that's making me laugh the most, Kiss.
Why couldn't you see this coming? Hello.
It's wet. You're a wet patch now. I'm using the Weaver Tower Ascendant Edition. Nice. But the price is not. No. So I do have different tarots up here. I have the Mystic Mondays tarot here. So I've got to do some practice with these different decks now. Mystic Mondays tarot. We have the okay then fall. How dare you? We have this one, which is new. Show you guys what these look like very quickly. The artwork is so pretty on these. So that's the back of him. Hey, here's Explicit Truth, and that's the front of him. I haven't even shuffled these though yet. So I've not got around to using them. I will do eventually. But they need some channeling. They need some energy channeling in. They need some love. They need some shuffling. They need me doing some readings with them. Hey, Explicit. Got Bill here. I'm showing you guys my tarot right now. We have the Cosmic Slumber Tarot.
Is it better for you?
Stop it!
Stop what?
I'm not amused.
You're not amused.
You look like the turnips that they used to do instead of
I put on my nice hat for you.
Which hat is it? Is it the one that I got you? Or is it a different one?
Yeah.
You sound like you can't breathe in there.
I cannot.
I cannot. Oh, good. Plenty of
Hello,
good energy here,
everyone.
yes. All about the good energy, guys.
I don't know what anyone is saying, cause I can't see. But I love you, though. Oh, I love
Binkles. Can you see them?
Yeah. That's my favorite deck.
This is your thought the Rebel deck was your favourite deck.
That's not the Rebel deck.
Hey Eco. Eco says just got in and well that's an interesting look.
Well, thank you, love. I know you like it.
Real Panzer says, oh my gosh, I'm seeing John Merritt, the Elephant Man. That's the best costume ever.
Elephant Man.
We're going to have these out tonight, I think.
All right, then. Where's the Rebel deck?
I've got the Rebel deck out already.
I love the Rebel deck. They don't take no shit.
Oh my gosh, you're so bloody balmy.
Are you scared of my face?
I just can't take you seriously.
You have to. I'm your man, you know.
Oh my. Oh my. Bloody hell.
Oh, yours. Yeah.
Really.
Oh, yours.
Right, okay.
My little pretty devil.
So this is how it's going to work on the stream tonight, guys. One reading, one story. One reading, one story, one reading, one story, like that. Deck of playing cards. I can use a deck of playing cards. Volta. Hey, Melandra. Mac. I remember you coming in on that last stream.
She's a bit of a cheater when she used the playing cards.
Keely wants to give you a lovely pass kiss like that. Passionate kiss like that.
What?
I can't do it. DJ says, actually, the guy who looks like Toronto music legend Nash the Slash. He dressed in bandages, white suit, and a top hat, and was a one-man band playing Simpson electric mandolin.
thank you, love.
Yeah, remember your wife coming here as well, Mark, last time?
What?
I was just answering Melandrivel's comment. If you could see, then you'd see.
I can't see. I can't see anything.
Her explicit says, no, Gary is the hollow man.
Oh, I'm not hollow, love. I'm full of blue.
Full of blue.
Yeah, I'm blue da.
Oh, bloody hell. Right, can we have Gary back now?
No.
No. Okay,
Not
guys.
quite yet.
Not
All
If
right
you'd
then.
like a
Fine.
reading, please put a 1 in the chat.
Yeah, put your 1 in the chat. Put your 1 in the chat. 1. And if she feels drawn to you, she will pick you. Yes, she will.
You know,
Alright then.
he doesn't ever do this when it's just me and him, you know. That's why I was like, ah! It's just like on the street. What happened then? Did you get stuck?
I can't see. I can't see anything.
Right then, who shall we go with? And Melandrivel said, can Gary see himself? Oh,
That was rough.
there's my man.
It's me.
No. Explicit truth.
It's just me. Oh, explicit. All right then.
You can put your question in the chat, my love. Gary's doing his ASMR.
Ah,
I love the sound of that. I don't know why. I find it so relaxing.
because it relaxes me too. Twin flames.
It does. It's that relaxing. Explicit truth. Put your question in the chat, please.
All right, back to Clark Kent instead of that crazy superhero.
KK says, Gary, he nearly took over you. Dive JD says, you were good playing the part, Gary.
Well, thank you. I like to have fun, you know.
We like our silly moments.
I see why Darth News uses a mask now, because it's so much more fun when they can't see your face.
Why is you having fun with that?
Yeah.
Copycat. Explicit truth. Elizabeth me's like, now I have to rewatch for what I missed.
Oh, you didn't miss much. It's alright.
Well, she did. Elizabeth me, you missed Gary cracking me up. It was funny.
Now she's cracking the table up.
Like, Darth was having a meet and greet in LA this Saturday. Oh, well,
Oh, sweet.
yes, put on with that.
So, ooh. Think someone has a crush on Darth. Hmm?
I think you have a crush on Darth.
I do.
Thought surgery was a success. Explicit truth. Do you want to put your question in the chat, my love?
Don't you guys love it when she calls you my love? But she means it. All of you are her loves.
I know. If you don't put your question or whatever, I'll say general in a second, love. I'll move on to the next person. Let's see who else wants a reading. I am.
What do you have the thing set on the comments? Is
Standard.
It slow mode? Oh, standard. Oh, all right.
Give him a general and he is it. Well, if he wants a general as with me, I'll wait for him to say that. I don't want to. If that's what he wants, I'll do that for him. See what he says. I don't really have a question.
Yeah. Well, general then.
Yeah.
Stop that.
What?
Wait till we go backstage. Try to tell you.
Hey, Mr. Chance.
God. Oh, Mr. Chance, hello.
How do I get in video? You won't be in the video explicit. You'll just be in the chat, my love.
Yeah. Ooh.
Was it on his own, or did you do that?
Did you hear that? I think it's calling to me.
Yeah. Play me. The reason why I asked it to do it on its own, guys, is because it has done it on its own before.
It has. Creepy as hell.
I'm just getting your cards. Explicit true. Hey, Mustang.
It's doing it on its own again.
It's doing it on its own again. Right, okay. Where's the new cards? These ones are about your journey, like things, gives you advice on things you need to take, things you need to put in place to help you go on your journey. That's very pretty.
You wrote that.
I didn't write it.
Yeah, you did.
My mind made it up. Well, you make it pretty.
Same difference. This is a Keeley piece.
Okay, my love, explicit true. So you've got commitment and reflect. Okay, only you can feed your hunger to be spiritual. Then the reflect comes out. Now I'm saying that right now we're maybe going through situations where we need to be focusing on how we got here. How did we get to our present moment in our journey? How did we go through that? We've also got the ghost lands as well here. And the ghost lands is like the clock is paused. Things feel paused at the moment. But like I said, you've got commitments as well. So with the commitment card coming out, it might be saying that right now we're trying to like decipher what things we're actually wanting to do and what things we don't want to be doing, okay? And what's important to us and what is serving us. You've also got here Every cycle is a higher opportunity, so that just confirms that for me, that you just had this cycle ending and you're going on to a different cycle altogether. Coming up here, like it's going to be totally different for you, but these commitments are coming in. This could be job related, or it could be like relationship or family related, but there's definitely commitments surrounding you at the moment, explicit. But you feel that things are on a standstill as well. You are being made aware that your effortless effort is fully required. This is saying that right now we need to be taking in everything, because in your journeys you've been processing forward on the next step of your journey. There's a lot of things that you're gonna be reflecting on at this present moment. As you go into your future, you're gonna be looking back to this moment, the things that you're going through as well. Let me just get my tarot out here as well, my love. I'm sorry, Gary. Trolls are toxic. Please don't let them win. Who's being a troll, Kirsty? Gary wasn't getting trolls. It was DJH, Kirsty, who was getting trolls. But Gary was helping him with it. Oh, she already seen it. She knows.
Oh, I don't care about trolls.
Yeah, she's on about. She getting confused in names. It was DJH who helped him.
Yeah. Trolls can come at me all day long if they want to. Bring it. I am not afraid.
Explicit, my love. You also have the Hanged Man here, and this is like echoing what them oracle cards are saying, that right now it's like a moment of be taking everything in and taking in our surroundings, and taking in these situations around us. Don't go speeding off at full force into new decisions as well. Make sure you do everything in a measured and calculated way. But this is going to be meanings. This might mean some time alone, a period alone, but it's also going to be a period of self-love and a self-appreciation and self-growth, and
Nice.
where we're feeling emotionally fulfilled ourselves as well. Even though you had this about spending time alone, we have got this here where we have got that support around us. We've got friends there around us supporting us as well. I feel like this review might be a journey with for your own emotional stability, and that's where you're getting to. That's where you're growing to, and grow what you're growing into. The King of Cups. The Cups are all about emotions, and the King of Cups, he himself is very emotionally stable. He isn't like overly emotional or anything. He's just has his emotions at a high level, but he can balance them out. So it might be like at the moment you might be struggling with that, and being able to place hold them emotions into certain ways. And this is why we're needing to just take a moment and take everything in and get that emotional stability. And this some sort of situation, explicit, that you may be healing from as well, which a situation to do with the mind, maybe something to do with mental health, where we were just mentally drained, mentally overwhelmed. When I say mental health, I don't necessarily mean like depression, I just mean your mental health in itself. But this situation has already happened. The 10s always are about completion. So this is a cycle that has already passed, I want to say. And now, like I said, it's all about filling our cup back up, filling our emotions back up, filling our health back up here, and being one with that. I'm going to get you one of the Rebel deck cards, explicit. Was that care?
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
Lower my
No, don't bother, man.
Alright.
Okay, explicit. You've got shame, regret, guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive, let that shit go. This is about self-forgiveness and forgiving people that hurt you in the past. This isn't about letting them people back in any shape or form. It's just like living and let live. Sending that forgiveness out to the universe so that you can move on to this next cycle. Like I said, it's like you're in between cycles at the moment. So I hope you understood that, my love. We are, like I said, going to be doing these spooky stories as well, guys. So we're going to be doing a little spooky story now. I'm going to tell you a true paranormal story that happened to me. For Halloween. You can forgive but not forget. Exactly, Kirsty. That's very true. Can you turn your mic back up, by the way, my love?
I'm still here, love.
Hey, Jay. Who's that? Oh, it's my mom.
She's haunting you.
We've been to my mum's house, because we go every Halloween, but obviously Halloween's tomorrow, and tomorrow it'll be too busy. Like, it's too busy on a Sunday for me and my mum. Like, we always, like, you know, want to get ready for school the next day. Kids have been off half day. So we've been tonight, and I had a bag with like all the kids' clothes in and everything. And I got home, started taking the stuff out of the bag, and I find this in my bag. Look at it. Find this in my bag. This is my mum's cat's toy. I mean, my little boys pinched it and stuck it in my bag and brought it home, the little cat. So she was just messaging me back now. Like, that's a cat's toy. My little boy pinching it, look at. I will grab it tonight, so please link. Is that to me or is it me? If it is, I'm confused. I don't know. But anyway, spooky story time. There's so many of them. Which one should I tell? Do you remember any of my spooky stories?
Yeah, go on.
Which one do you think I should tell?
I don't know. Which ones you got?
Yeah, okay, well, I'll start off with the one from when I was little. So when I was a child, my nana bought me a porcelain doll, and at the time I loved dolls. Like, my mum had a full cupboard of these porcelain dolls, and my nana bought me one, and it's like a baby, and it was like it was a jester. It had like it was dressed in pink and black stripes, and it had a jester's hat on, and it was a wind-up one that you wound up at the back, and it played that famous song that's in jewelry boxes, that one. Anyway, you wound it up, and when you wound it up, it played that song, and it would move its head like this, holding its hand, like it would move its head, and then play the song. And I loved it, but it did freak me out a little bit. And so I put it on my windowsill because of like, you can't really play with it. It's just like an ornament. So I just had it on my windowsill. And one night I woke up and I heard the tune playing. I did. I heard the tune playing, but I was still asleep. And I opened my eyes and I looked, and when I opened my eyes, there was no tune playing. Basically, it was just all silent. So I'll go back to sleep. And the next night, or maybe a few nights after that, I was woke up by the sound of the song playing again that came from this door. And I looked up at the door in the window, and it fell off the windowsill. And very slowly, it moved towards where I was laying in my bed. So I screamed, and I threw it down the stairs. Like, I didn't know what to do, so I threw it down my stairs, and it broke the key in the back. And my mum put it on the cupboard where I don't know if you have them in the US, probably not, but in the UK we have gas and electric cupboards. Sometimes near the front door, and it's how you top up your gas and electrics. No, I didn't shit the bed, Jay. I am not Amber Heard. Anyway, my mum put it on top of the electric cupboard in the porch of the house, and every now and again it would just fall off there. It'll fall off this cupboard and start playing the tune, even though the key had broken out of the back of it. How do you explain that? And that doll freaked me out. That was so spooky. And then dolls, I don't like dolls for this fact. I don't even like buying my kids baby dolls because of this. But I remember my mum had a big cabinet of them, and just now and again you'd see them move, and I swear this on my children's life, you'd see them move. And there was one time when we went, me, my mum, and my two brothers, we're the only ones who lived in the house. No dog, no pets, just us. We all went shopping. My mum, she's one of them. Before she goes out, she likes cleaning up so that she comes home to a tidy house. Like, it don't matter where she's going. I know a lot of people are the same. I know I'm the same. But she'll literally blitz through the house to get as nice as she can so she can come home and she doesn't have to do anything. When we came home, I need to say this as well, before my mum had like all teddies on the back of the sofa. But when we came home, all the cushions off the couch, the ones that you actually sit on, were pulled off the couch and they were on the floor, like stepped, like ladders, like kids had been jumping on them. And then there was just teddies and scatter cushions everywhere. We wasn't broken into, there was nothing smashed or anything. It was just like some kids had been let loose and were just playing and having the time of their lives. And when I grew up and started to connect with spirit and that, they told me that it was children. Even with the doll, it was a child that was playing with it. It wasn't anything mischievous, like, no, like a bad spirit. But that was like some of my first encounters with the spooky side of paranormal stuff going on.
That's crazy.
I've had loads of stuff go on. Like, Gary's even been on the phone to me when things have been going on in this house. So Like, I'm not coming there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, stuff flying out of the cupboards and whatnot.
What happens to the doll? Well, it got left in that house. My mum moved out of that home and she left it there. Well, that doll proper freaked me out. Papa did. It was spooky. Spooky dumb. After that, we moved into another house and I didn't experience anything really until I was about 13 or 14. Hey, Sunshine and Squindy. I didn't experience anything until I was about 13 or 14. Until one night, I was laying in bed. I had some rosemary beads that my dad's family are all very strong Catholics, devout Catholics, and I had some rosemary beads that my nana got me from Ireland that had been blessed in Knock, which is like a very holy place in Ireland. And I had them on the back of my door for like protection, like hung up where you normally put like your dressing gown or your coat or whatever. It's hung up on the back of my door. And I remember waking up one night and hearing the cross rattling like this on the door. I told you a story already.
Scaring me.
You're such a scary cat. He is.
I told.
He's
She
scared.
scares me like she did it last night. Oh God. Anyway.
Let me finish my story. You can tell. And yeah, I woke up hearing this rattling, and I hid under the blanket, and then it stopped. And I went into my mum's room, and I told her, and she went, "It's just your imagination. Go back to sleep." So I went and gone back to sleep. And again, it was like about a few days difference. It might have even been the same night. I can't remember now, but I just remember that my wardrobe was open, and I had my wardrobe was open, right? And I remember that I had some clothes that had fell out, and there's like, you know, they needed sorting out because I'd been looking for something. And I remember looking and seeing this woman dressed in a long white nightgown, her long black hair past her butt. And he's like frilled on the arms, and she just walked into my wardrobe like she was going into a portal or something. I hate wardrobes for that fact. Like, I have my clothes on a clothes rack because I don't like wardrobes because of this experience. It proper freaked me out. Yeah, so
she might end up in Narnia.
Oh, you might see some ghosties walking into your wardrobe tonight.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Go on with your story. Stop it. Stop trying to scare me.
Anyway, I went back into my mum's room. I said, "Mum, I'm not sleeping in that bedroom." I told her that I seen a woman walking into my wardrobe. And she said, "You're just imagining things. Go, you can get in my bed tonight if you want, but ghosts don't exist. It's just a figment of your imagination." About 2 or 3 years after that, I became a spiritual medium, and I've been possessed and everything. Like, I know that spirits exist. And I said to my mum, I said, "Mum, why did you not believe me that night? Why did you tell me it don't exist?" And she said to me, "Keela, you scared the shit out of me. I was fucking having nightmares myself because of you. I was trying to comfort myself." Oh, she was so petrified. And so you made me feel like that. You didn't believe me. She said, "Oh, I believed you. I was just scared. And I didn't want to be in a house where there'd been a ghost." Well, all sorts of freaky stuff like used to happen. You're like Snap Keeley, you got the back. Well, yeah, there's been all sorts of mad stuff like that happening, and like later down the line, I did find out that I had 2 portals in my bedroom because my house ran across ley lines. So I did have 2 portals in there, and that definitely was a spirit that night. It wasn't a malicious spirit. She didn't try to hurt me. She was just passing through. It just freaked me the fuck out because it was full manifestation.
Yeah.
So, like, it wasn't anything like bad. She weren't trying to hurt me. It just scared me. But yeah, all sorts of stuff happening. I remember when I was about 14 or 15, by the way, don't ever do this. But my auntie, who should have been a responsible adult, Steph JD's like, I sympathise with your mum. I would have been freaked out too. Yeah, she was like scared out of her little sheets. She was. She's the same like Gary. She's a scaredy cat. She doesn't like anything to do with the paranormal.
Hey, I'm not that much of a scaredy cat.
Yeah, you are.
Only
Let
when
me tell you
do
this.
it.
This story, because in a bit we're going to get into some stories that are on Reddit. These are true stories that have happened to me that I'm telling you guys right now. I used to have one of them ghost boxes. I'm going to get another one, by the way, because I think they'd be so fun to do on the streams. But I used to have one of them ghost box that scan through the frequencies.
I know you froze.
You froze.
Oh, well. Maybe this story doesn't need to be told.
Yes, it does, because it's such a funny story. It's scary though, spooky,
Guys, look,
spooky story.
this
Ghost is involved in this story.
this is my girlfriend. Am I making a mistake or should I run like really quick?
Why?
Because she scares me.
Anyway, I had this ghost box. I might have it still somewhere. And one night, me, my mum, my brother, and my brother's girlfriend was all playing with it. Like we had it playing. You're in a ghost box. Anyway, we had it going.
The way Explicit did Holy Moly too with the icons. That's pretty cute. Anyway, go on. I'm sorry.
We had the ghost box going, and I remember that my brother, being gross, he was picking his nose, and you heard clear as day come out of the ghost box. That's disgusting. Like clear as day. My brother is like laughing his head off, like Papa Kitty about it. That's just
You found it funny.
He found it funny. But then after that, now I'm from Salford. We heard a voice come through clear as day in a Salford accent say, and it was in my uncle's voice, my Uncle Gary's voice, who's no longer with us. And he went, "You alright, kid?" Right? And I heard my uncle's voice clear as day. And my mum, she welled up. And she said, Was that you, Gary? If it was you, give us a sign. Now, at the time, I had no children. At the time, my sister was about 2. She was a toddler, but she was fast asleep in bed. We heard running from my mum's room to the bathroom, like straight across the ceiling, like, and everyone shit themselves. I didn't shit myself. I thought it was funny for some reason. I found it hilarious. You just heard what I said. It sounded like. Stop distracting me and trying to tell my story. Get you.
Stop using that skeleton hand on me.
Get you with the skeleton hand. So.
Go on, sorry.
My mum said, right, we've got to go and check on on your sister. because she shouldn't be getting out of the bed. She's only little, she could fall. Like, she's only like, not even 2, she was a baby. So nobody would go up the stairs first. Nobody would go up the stairs first. So they all made me go up. Bear in mind, I was the youngest one there. My brother's older than me, his girlfriend's older than me, my mum is older than me. They all made me go first. Like, you're the medium, you can go first. Oh, okay, fine. I'll go first. Now, my stairs, they bend in the old house. They bended. So I got up the stairs. I could hear them all holding each other's arms, like creeping behind me. So we're going up these stairs. I thought, right, I'm gonna get them. Got to the top. I turned around and went, ah! And they all shit themselves and fucking ran down the stairs so quick. And you just, oh God, it's so funny. They've all probably shit themselves. And they're like, what happened? What happened? I went, nothing, just got you, didn't I? But that warning that happened, that was spooky. That was spooky. Spooky running. But I always hear it in this house, so.
Sorry for anyone using headphones for that.
Was that too loud? What about the baby? You're such a monkey. The baby was fine. My children weren't born at that point, but my little sister, my little sister's 17 years younger than me, 16, 17 years younger than me. So I went back upstairs to check on her. She was totally fine. She was flat out. It wasn't her. She didn't come out of bed because I did go and check on her. But I had to get my mom. I had to get my brothers. Like, my brother, he's like nearly 6 foot. How the fuck, like, such a scaredy cat, making his little sister go first. Like, your little wet wipe.
You're the tough one, that's why.
Sexy sausage. I think I am the tough one. But yeah, I've had all sorts going on. Rest in peace, drums. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know I was going to scream that loud. Maybe about one that. Yeah, I was. Do you still get things happening now all the time? I'm a spiritual medium. I'm not practicing my mediumship at the moment. I'm only working with my own spirit guides. I'm not working with clients, working with their spirit, people in there who they've lost at the moment. They sometimes come through now and again, but I'm not working on the platform like I used to back a few years ago. But I do have spirit passing through constantly. Even last night, and Gary can vouch this, he was on the phone to me. I was in my bedroom, I have a mirror hung on my door, and I was just doing my makeup ready for the stream last night. And I said, just hear the kids running across the landing. Open the door. Look, there's no children there. I opened the door, they're clear, like, get to bed. But there's nobody there. I went and checked on my kids, and they was all fast asleep. It was not the kids. And other things happen. We have things falling all the time. My kids ain't scared of it. They're used to it. It ain't malicious. It's just spirit passing through and the energy being high. Nothing's tried to hurt me. Like, the one that creeped me out the most was because there was something bad here and something negative here, but I cleansed it and got rid of it. The one that was the most creepiest for me personally was it kept doing things like to play mind games, like knocking on stuff and all that. And then there was one night I was sat in the living room with my cats, and I sat on like the arm of the couch, and where I was sat, if I looked, I was looking this way, I could see into the kitchen. The kids were in bed, the cats were in the room with me. I was looking into the kitchen, and one of the cats had pulled its collar off, and I was looking at it on the floor. It had a bell on, and as I was looking at it, it just flipped over in front of my eyes, like literally just. And I was like, what the fuck? It was on the floor. It didn't fall off something. It was just on the floor and just flipped.
Yeah.
And that freaked me out. That one proper freaked me out. Because it was like, it wasn't one of them where out the corner of your eye you seen something fall or you heard something like moving in the house or whatever. It was actually looking straight at it, knowing that nobody was there and seeing it flip over.
It didn't happen, guys. It was Brandy.
It did happen. On my kids' lives that did happen.
No.
I promise you that happened. After
told
that,
you told me that story.
well, there you go. I'm not going to remember a story that I made up completely to the exact thing. I'm not like the exact detail.
I'm just messing with you.
But that was just before I got back into doing all my spiritual stuff. And it was at that point I was like, nope, I'm not having this. Because the thing that was in this house, it was hiding from me. When I first moved in here, it was hiding in the loft, what you guys call the attic. And it was trying to slowly grind me down so it could take, like, because it feeds on energy. It feeds on fear and depression and grief and all that. So it was trying to like grind me down bit by bit and then get me to a point where it could start making me scared. And it did. Like, if I saw like a collar be flipped over by a spirit right now, it wouldn't freak me out. It freaked me out in that moment because I've been ground down. My energy was really low. So that, I think it was that, like, same week, it might have been the week after, I got my ass to Manchester Centre. I got to my favourite spiritualist shop. I went and got my dowsing in my, what's it called? It's my white sage. I went and got my white candles. I went and got my white crystals. And I'm like, no. You are not going to try and scare me in my own home. And I cleansed my whole house. All of it. And it ain't here no more.
I'm just curious, do you think that maybe it was spirits trying to reach out to you?
No.
Because they know...
I know what it was. I felt what it was. That was something malevolent. If that was the beginning of what we call an infestation. If that went untreated, this house... this house would be rocking on its foundations. Put it that way.
Maybe I'm just thinking. I'm speculating. Maybe it was a spirit trying to reach out to you, like, listen to me. I'm trying to talk to you. What?
It had a big flea stuck under its collar. I just flicked over. I must be some fucking strong flea, I tell you now. Flicking that collar right over like that. But I remember, like, after that happened, I went back into my meditation. I went into deep meditation, and I had this celestial being come help me with this cleansing. If you feel energy on that level, believe me, there's no confusion. Exactly, Squinder. This energy, this thing that was in my home, it was dark. Now, I don't know if it was drawn to me from all the shit that I went through, why I moved here. Before I moved to this home, I was in a very dangerous relationship. I was moved here for safety, like I told you guys before. So it was something that I don't know if it was something that was already here or something that followed me. But after I cleansed this house, it fucked off. But before I cleansed this house, I went into a deep-ass meditation. And I was met by this celestial being. And he was called Azaius. And he came and he gave me the tools to cleanse the home. He gave me a sword, a spiritual sword that was full of light. Basically, it was just a tool of light. And he came and helped me cleanse the home. There was other things. It wasn't just this meditation. There was a lot of things I had to do. I had to put Himalayan salt on all of my doorways and the corners of my rooms. I had to destruct all the energy with a pan. Bang, 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 all the energy in all the corners of the room because it disrupts the energy. You're laughing at me, but this is what you got to do.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just... I know that's what you have to do. I'm just imagining you do it. It's so cute to me.
Well, you're going to experience it, boy. I tell you now. I had to bring in all the elements. So you open all the doors, you open all the windows. That's for the air. For the water, I have holy water, which I use. You can use normal water, but I was using holy water. For the fire, I was just using a candle. And for the symbolization of the air, I also have my white sage blowing. But this thing kept putting my sage out. It was pissing me off. Like, literally, my sage kept going out as I was trying to cleanse the home. But I'm forgetting one. Earth. I had a stick for the earth and the Himalayan salt.
Mm-hmm.
But I had my stick. I don't know where my stick is now. I need to get a new. Sounds stupid, that, doesn't it? Like I need a stick, but it's part of Mother Earth, and it helps with that kind of stuff when you're doing the cleansing and the bringing all the right energy. And then in my mind, I had to go to the center of the home and place this sword, like stab this sword down. And in my mind, this white light came rushing out, and it went into all the rooms in all my house. It went into the loft. It went all around my home. It went into the foundations underneath my home. It went all around my garden, and it put like a big, massive protective layer all around. And it was just so beautiful. DJH says, thank you for the reminder, Keela. There's a native belief about burning, smudging sage and sweetgrass around a home for similar cleansing. Before buildings restoration, people died here. Yeah, I should have done that before I moved into the home when it was empty, but I didn't because I was in such a low place. I wouldn't do my spiritual stuff. And it got to a point where there was something that tried to implement itself and invest in, like, it was going to infest in this home, this darkness. That was
you weren't
born.
thinking that at the time. The only thing that you were thinking of was just, I finally have a new home for me and my babies.
Yeah. But I did know that I knew that my intuition told me, though, because when I moved into this home, there was, the loft was open. You might say the attic. It was open. And I remember just every time I walked past, my eyes would be drawn up. And I felt this darkness coming from it.
It was coming for you, yeah. Excuse me. I'm sorry if you hear this gassiness. I apologize. IBS kicking in.
I always plead the blood of Jesus. I don't believe in religion. That is my own belief. Love all who has their own, but I do the same as Keeley as well. Yeah, well, I'm not defined by religion. You might hear me call myself a spiritualist because that's the only church where I've practiced any type of religion, and it's the only type of christening that I've had was a spiritualist christening. So yeah, it totally makes sense to do a spiritual cleansing when you move. Yeah, it's very, very important. As this was like in my last home. I forgot to do it as well, which I should. I did cleanse the house like halfway through, but there was a lot of dark shit that happened in that home, so that might be why.
Says she with the double ears on still. Little devil horns. What's the show that we were watching?
I need sick, by the way.
No, but it was upside down though. It was the other way around.
Atlantis.
Atlantis, yeah.
Why do I always know what you're thinking about? So weird.
Yeah, those were tied together, twin flame. But that's what they look like. They don't look like devil horns. They just look like the Atlantis necklace upside down on your head.
I never seen someone couch on the back of their. What do you mean? A couch on the back of their. What? I'm confused. Let's split it.
I never seen someone couch on the back of their wrists. I don't know what
I'm
that
confused. Are you on about my
Let's
tattoo? Because it's not a couch. It's a Day of the Dead skull. It's not a couch.
Couch. What's couch?
Sofa.
Huh?
A couch is a sofa.
Well, yeah. But that doesn't look like a couch.
I'm confused.
It's a Dia de los Muertos tattoo.
Oh, it's put here cough. I never seen someone cough on the back of their wrist.
Oh, like you did this?
Well, I don't want to cough into my hand because that's just really unhygienic.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
I got confused. That's a
Right.
habit that I picked up from when I was a care worker. You cough into your elbow or the back of your arm. You know, you don't
Yeah,
cough into your hand.
that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Now, since my love is taking a break, have any of you ever experienced like the touch of a ghost? Like they say, it's cold, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I had a dream when I was a kid, like maybe 10, probably closer to 11. My sister had passed away, and she was just 17. She was going to be 18 in December, but she had passed in April. And I had a dream, very vivid, and it was like the setting of exactly where I was with a bunch of us there because everyone was staying at my parents' place to get ready for the funeral and whatnot. And in the dream, there was like a bed. There was a big bed. There was a couple kids sleeping on the bed, and then we had another mattress on the floor right next to it. And in the dream, I was still in the same place that I was. I was on the mattress on the floor. My mom comes into the room and says, "Hey guys, get ready. She's coming to say goodbye." I'm not gonna say her name. Well, I mean, she's passed away already, so I'll just say her name is Kimmy. I love my sister Kimmy because she and I were very like kindred spirits, you know. But
Soulmates.
yeah, it was exactly like Keeley says, soulmates. We were very much alike. We could have been twins, but we were like 6, 7 years apart. But anyway, so my mom comes in, and this is in my dream. I know it's a dream, but she says, "Get ready, Kimmy's coming to say goodbye." And then all the kids that were in the room freak out, and they all jump on the bed, and I can't move because they're jumping all over me, and I'm the last one to jump on the pile. And then Kimmy comes in. I see her come in, and then I hide my face, and then she just starts rubbing my back, like, "Gary, don't be afraid." And I'm just like, "I know, you're." She just says, "I'm trying to say, I just want to say goodbye." And she's rubbing my back, and it's cold, and I can feel it. And then I was like, I know, I love you. I love you, but you're scaring me because you're dead. Just please go." And she said, "Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I love you. I just want to say goodbye." And then it stops. And she goes away. And then I wake up in the middle of the night. Exactly.
Pink.
Mm-hmm. And then everybody's still just like knocked out, except for me. I'm the only one that wakes up. But it's It's crazy how stuff like that works, you know. But that's what they say, isn't it? That when
Did you always
spirit
come?
touches you, it's cold.
Yeah. Well, it is, yeah. Sometimes it can be hot.
Yeah.
But more often than not, it's cold.
Yeah, but it was a loving touch, though. You know, it was my sister. She was just
No.
wanting to come and say goodbye. See you later. You know, but I still feel her in here always.
Oh, that's so beautiful, though. That she did that. Spirit do tend to come in a form that like that, whether whether you're dreaming, something to come and say goodbye.
There's a lot that happens to me when I'm in, sleep mode. It's hard to explain, but I guess because your body's at rest and your spirit is just floating around,
Yeah.
wandering.
That is beautiful, though. 1 second.
When we lived in Portugal, every evening we saw spirits roaming around outside, black and white ones. Yeah, sunshine. That's happened to me as well. Actually, and Keita can tell you when we're on the phone to each other. Sometimes when I'm outside having a cig, I'll see things just moving around. I saw a spirit move, but yeah, it's all out. It's real. This is real. This isn't just like crazy talk or like conspiracy theory type talk. This really happens. It happens to everyone. But there's a lot of people that are just afraid to bring it forward because they feel like they sound crazy when they talk about this because other people are too, like knuckleheaded to be open up to it. It's,
There's a lot of people who've had experiences.
Yeah.
My uncle Gary, who's no longer here with us now,
Thank you,
when he was alive, sorry, was you gonna say something? Hey, cement shoes, by the way.
Hello.
When he was alive, he was very haunted. His house was very haunted because when he was younger, he used to play with Ouija boards.
Oh yeah.
Well, he used to bleeding fight talk with him. He used to go, "Come on then, you bastards!" And the bleeding. My mum told me stories where the cupboards would be bleeding, flying open and all that. The kitchen cupboards.
Yeah. Yeah, my sisters used to be into that. My sisters are very spiritual as well. It's very spiritually inclined. Yeah, and we did. We played with a dadgum Ouija board one day, and these are all things that happen around those years, like 8, 9, 10, 11, right in that, in those years where all this stuff happened, and maybe it's why I become so spiritual myself, or open-minded anyway, I should say, because we were playing with the Ouija board in my sister's room. It was all three of my sisters actually, and then the lights were on. It was late at night, and it started doing the thing, but we kept on like, you're moving it, you're moving it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And then the lights went out. Bam. And then they came back on. Bam. And there was this really long hair, like a white hair, just like laid on the table, on the board, underneath the thingamabob. You know what I mean?
You just said finger me, Bob.
I know. I'm thinking about Bob. You didn't make it up. I've said it before.
Lie.
But yeah.
You don't say what you call it.
What's it called? Thingamabob. But you say thingamabob a lot, so maybe that's why it was in my head. But since my sister, she pulled it up off the table, off the board, and she was like, "Oh my God, what is this?" It was a long, like a really long strand of white hair. Yeah, it was crazy. But and
Well,
then
you
also, oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
no, go on. No, you're fine. Go on. I'll tell you in a minute.
No, I was with my buddy Daniel. It doesn't matter if I say his name. We were playing this thing called Bloody Mary, and this was actually during the day. We were kids, like, the same age, same time. Like everything that's happened to me like this, it's around that time frame when I was a kid, and so we were in the bathroom in his parents' place, and he was like, "You want to do Bloody Mary?" I was like, "Okay, yeah, cool." So we went to the bathroom, closed the door, shut off the light, and you gotta hold your head to the mirror like this, right? Like up against the mirror, and say Bloody Mary like 3 or 4 or 5 times, something like that. I can't remember what it was, but and then you just after you say that, you slowly back away like that, and I saw red eyes, a little stream of smoke, and he saw it too. And then he tried to flip on the lights, but it wouldn't work, and the door wouldn't open. It took him forever to get it open, but he finally got it open. Bam! Just like forced it open, and we ran out. We ran outside. We ran downstairs, outside. We were like, no. And what's funny is I could kind of smell like smoke. It was so weird.
Well, I did the Bloody Mary
But
thing in school when I was a teenager.
yeah.
With the lights turned off. I can't remember if it was Bloody Mary or Scary Mary. I can't remember which one it was. Anyway, I did it in the mirror. You had the lights off, but I can't remember if you had to close your eyes and then open it. I can't remember what happened. Can't remember the way you did it. But when I opened my eyes, I seen a shadow. Somebody stood behind me, and I blinked and it went.
Mm-hmm.
It was freaky. But the Ouija boards,
Yeah.
my auntie shouldn't have done this with us, but she did Ouija boards with me and my brother when I was like 14. 13, 14, somewhere around that age. And my brother's like about 13 months young. Well, he's about 15 months younger than me, so he would have been about 12 or 13 at the time. And I remember that after I did it, a guy who was a medium, he was a palm reader and a spiritual medium and a psychic, he came up to me in the street and he said to me, "You've been doing Ouija boards, haven't you?" I went, "How do you know?" And he said, "Because there's a big cloud above your house. It's like all this dark energy." He says, "You need to do a blessing." I mean, he made me do 10 Hail Marys every night for 10 nights, and gave me this poem as well, and he gave me a cross. He gave me a proper Catholic cross out of a church that had been blessed by a priest. He says, "You need to protect yourself." He says, and he was one of the people who told me I was going to be a medium as well. He said, "You're going to be a medium, this, that, and the other, but you need to
Okay, it's
stay
the same
away
guy then.
from," yeah, the same palm reader who told me I was going to be a medium. But he says, "See this big black cloud." So I did that blessing on myself, but my brother, never did. My younger brother never did the blessing.
Oh no.
And about 2 years after, a real bad incident happened where my little brother, to this day, I still think he was possessed that night. He tried to, basically, at that point, he was about 15 and I was about 16. And he was like he was possessed. He was trying to kill me and my big brother.
What?
I told you this story. He woke me up in the middle of the night and he was asking me for a lighter. And I'm like, I ain't got a lighter. Leave me alone, I'm trying to sleep. And then I heard my little brother and my big brother like arguing and fighting. What the hell's going on? My mum was out. I can't remember if she was working or she'd gone on a night out, but my big brother was babysitting us. What the hell's going on? So I get up, and my brother was just going mad. My little brother, he was going really hysterical. And at the time, he always rode motorbikes. And I went downstairs. I was sat in the living room with my big brother, and I was trying to ring my mum, but she weren't picking up. And my little brother was sat in the dining room in the dark, and he was like rocking on this chair, and he's singing a song going, ha ha ha, I'm gonna fucking kill yous, right? But his face was just like phased over, and his eyes looked red. I'm like, what the fudge going on? And then I smelled this funny smell. And we had a bull mastiff at the time, and the bull mastiff was in the room with my brother, and I'm like, I said to my big brother, I can smell a funny smell. I said, what if he's put something on the dog? And my brother said, go and get the dog quick. Go and get the dog. So I got the dog out the next room, brought the dog in the living room with us. I smelled the dog, and the smell wasn't on the dog. I'm like, what the hell is that smell? So then my big brother, he kicked my little brother out of the house because he was freaking us out singing this song like somebody who's proper possessed. It was so weird.
That's crazy.
So he said, you better go and cool off. He kicked him out of the house. And I was like trying to find where we could smell the smell from. So I was checking the gas cupboard, checking like the cookers in the kitchen and all that. Couldn't find it. And then I looked in the downstairs toilet. The downstairs toilet window was wide open, and he had a big off-road motorbike in there, stood up, with the tank burst, and the floor of the toilet was just filled with petrol. Or as you guys call it, what do you call it? Gas.
Petrol, it's fine.
Yeah,
gasoline.
Gasoline. It was covered in gasoline, and he went knocking on people's doors, asking them for a lighter. I rang the police because I was so terrified. If he would have got a lighter off somebody and he threw something in that window, that house would have gone up.
Yeah, I remember that story, actually. That's crazy.
Yeah. On the night of my uncle's funeral, he came visiting me. I had a full conversation with him, and when he went, I thought, did that really happen? It's never happened again.
It's possible, yeah.
You know, very, very possible, KK. This one thing that I know about spirit is that from the time when they pass away until the time that they have their burial, and throughout history of humankind, we've always had some sort of burial ceremony, whether it's in a church, whether it's like the Vikings did, where they put them on the boat and then set them alight and had a cremation or whatever, or like in the Egyptian times, they put them in tombs. We've always had something like this. This period between that time is when the soul is most active. When you pass over, you go up to the spirit world. And you go to spirit world, time's different up there. So you go to the spirit world, you heal, you see your life back from what you've experienced. You see all the things that you've learned and progressed in. and then you come straight back to the earthly plane. And then you're active then around your family to say goodbye to them before your burial, and then your soul moves on. Some souls go on to have a regeneration or a rebirth. Some souls stay in the spirit world doing work such as helping guide people or helping guide animals or even helping people pass over. Some people take on jobs. Some people just chill out in the spirit world and chill with their family members and loved ones. It's everyone's different choice. Anyway, that time when you pass away, they come back down to that point, and then from that point until your physical body is buried or whatever, cremated, the soul hangs around to say goodbye to everybody. The real day.
Yeah,
Let
it
me
happened to
tell
me
you,
too.
someone else did that, and supposedly got their face scratched off. It's based on a true story, loosely.
Yeah, that's the whole Bloody Mary thing you're talking about. But yeah, yeah, I hear you. You don't mess with
No,
you
the best rage
know,
boards are Bloody Mary.
yeah,
No, remember
evil entities like that.
mind overreacting at that time. But this comment was when I was telling the story about my brother, and that really did happen. Go on, my love.
Yeah.
What was you about to say?
No, I was just gonna say that to KK uh, when her uncle visited her, that can happen. To me, this is just me personally. It typically happens, when I'm in a deep sleep and someone comes to visit me, like my buddy John, who passed away recently, and they say it's from COVID, but he was very young. He wasn't very much older than me right now. But he's always had complications and whatnot, and we none of us could really go to his funeral because of the beer bug at the time. So it was really just like online. And I told Keely
Remember
about
that.
this too. Yeah, yeah. We had my dream was him, and he was surrounded by all the young kids because he loved that. He was always because we were in the same church together at the time, and he was always like a caretaker for these kids and did a bunch of stuff with them. So it was like everyone in a circle, and then him just telling stories and stuff like that, and everybody, just laughing and whatnot. And I was just there, and then after he was done with the stories, and I was ready to go, everyone was ready to go. I was saying bye to him, gave him a hug, and I could actually feel the hug. Like it was actually like tactile contact. I mean, you could feel it. You know, I actually felt the hug, and then I said, "Okay, man, I'll see you later." And he was like, "Oh no, you're not going to see me later. I'm going." It was, and that was it. Like he was moving on. But
I
it
remember
happens like that.
it does happen like that. I remember when Bill passed away. My lovely friend who's up here, he was my chosen father. You see him?
Oh, you can see it. That's so nice.
There he is.
Bill. He's still around though. He said hi to me the other day.
So when
He
Bill
was
passed away,
waking me up.
he was very active, very, very active. From the time that he passed away. Now, Bill had a very upsetting passing, and I'm not going to say what his passing was online because it's very, very private. Only a select few people know. Me being one, his personal family, his intimate family being the other, and as far as I'm aware, only one other person, that was his partner. I'm not going to mention her name, but she knew how he passed away. She told me, but nobody else knew. how he passed away, because it was in a private way, a sad way. But he was a stubborn soul, bless him. But when he passed over, he was so active. He was constantly manifesting. I was constantly seeing him. It didn't scare me because it was Bill, and I could constantly hear him. But it wasn't normally when I hear spirit, I'll hear their voices speaking in my mind, but I could hear him speaking like in the room. He was talking to me constantly, having conversations with me. I think he was trying to help me stay calm. I was pregnant with my youngest child at the time, 2016. My middle child, my son, he was only a few months old, and I was pregnant with my third child. And I think he was trying to help me stay calm. But he was constantly around. And I've been to like funerals in my family members, and they're always sad and upsetting. But at his funeral, I was so emotional. But when we went to go and say goodbye to him, because you couldn't go and see him at like the morgue or whatever, or the viewing thing, he didn't have an open coffin or whatever, so you couldn't go and say goodbye to him properly. They just had his coffin closed there in the church. So I went up, and when I was coming out of the church, I just put my hand on his coffin. I went, bye, Bill. And I just broke down. I just felt this wash of emotion coming over me. And I knew that was the last time I was ever going to be physically in a room with him. Spiritually, different. But I knew that time when I put my hand on that coffin would be the last time that I'd be in a room with him, where his body would be, his physical body. And it was so I never felt that emotion than what I felt even when my granddad, who I was very close to, when he passed away, and known him all my life. I only know Bill for 4 or 5 years. He made such a big impact on my life, though. He really did.
That's good though. That's a nice good chunk of your life right there. And like you said, you learned so much from him.
Yeah, I did.
And he was your father figure for that whole time, and
Yeah,
took
he
care
was.
of you. And I feel like he still does to this day. And
Oh, he does.
yeah, and
Go
I
on.
feel like he keeps looking over me every once in a while. He keeps showing up. Like, we don't have a lot of bumblebees here, but they keep showing up every once in a while. Just one, just zooming around my head. Like, hey, boy, you all right? What you doing? You got your shit together?
People might be
Giving me.
confused why you're on about a bumblebee right now. Like, what's this crazy guy going on about a
Oh,
bumblebee
I'm sorry.
flying around his
That's
head?
Bill. That's Bill.
when Bill was here, my friend used to call him B, just the letter B, and then I started calling him Bumble, like as in Bumblebee, and that always stuck. Even other people started calling him Bumble, and when I was talking about him, even now, sometimes I don't put his name, I just put a symbol of a bumblebee. And when he passed away, before he had his funeral, I was in between. I was moving into my first house. I was pregnant. I had my son and my elder daughter, and I was walking to my mum's house. I had my little sister with me, and my little sister picked some flowers off a bush, and the flowers she picked were purple. I still got the picture somewhere. And on the flowers was a bumblebee, and it crawled off onto her hand, and it just stayed on her hand. And it stayed there until we got all the way to my mum's house, and it was just so beautiful. And it was Bill coming to say hello to me, and also let me know that he's still around. So that's how he manifests. Sometimes he physically manifests. I'll see him in a room. Sometimes I see his silhouette on a wall, or sometimes I'll see his face overshadow other people's faces as well, which is so funny to see. But yeah, sometimes he manifests as like a bumblebee. Hey, yes, yeah.
Hey, it's you. Hello. Oh, my love, I need a quick little, you know,
A fag.
yeah, and a.
We didn't need to know that.
A wee.
You go and have a wee fag then.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a wee fag.
Keela brought tears to my eyes. Well, you must be able to feel that emotion then. Sorry, love, what was you going? Oh, he's muted himself.
No,
You can tell when Gary
turned
mutes.
it down.
You can tell when Gary turns his mic down because you can't hear his fan anymore.
My fanny. What? My fanny pack.
Bill, go and have your fag. This story, I'm sorry about tears to your eyes, everyone, but it is every story I've told you guys tonight is true. Everything that I've experienced is I've experienced. Everyone says I'm very emotional and receptive. Me too. Sometimes I can close myself off because I've learned how to do that as an empath. You have to. Sometimes you have to, because when you're an empath, you feel everybody's emotions. You have to learn how to close off from it. But yeah, Bill, Bumblebee, he's always around. He really is. Smoke says, I had a nightmare once that was so awful it could have been a horror film like Jacob's Ladder, except it was too dark to write. I didn't want to take a chance it would give psychos any ideas. Bloody hell, cement shoes. That must have been scary. It must have been terrifying. Annie, you said how, please? What do you mean by how?
Oh, quick! I'm sorry. I just heard that cement shoes.
Oh.
That's actually, you know, don't be, don't say that you want to take a chance that it would give psychos any ideas. That could be just like a really good story that you can write, and actually, I don't know, you can get something out of that, a book deal or something. You know,
Yeah.
you can. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to do too many things at one time. But
It's okay.
you can actually capitalize off that if it's a good idea. I know it sounds creepy to you, but where do you think Stephen King got all of his ideas from?
Probably nightmares.
Yeah, probably. And that might be a therapeutic way of getting it off your chest. How do you mind just putting it on paper, turning it into a story, and that can turn into a really good deal for you. So just think of it that way.
Very true.
Put a positive spin on it. Tag it. Yeah, I'm dyslexic sometimes. But are you gonna do some reading?
In a minute I am. I need to read this and then I need to answer Annie's question as well.
You want me to walk away?
No, I was waiting for you to finish. I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that to Cement, that's all.
Okay,
Sorry,
no
love
worries.
you.
Yeah. Keela seems to on my wall, my house, no doubt, but like, I'm not sure who it is. It could be anyone, KK, without you having a medium there to explain and break that down for you. It could be anyone. It could be somebody who lived there. It could be somebody just passing through. It could be somebody in your family. It could be a spirit guide. It could be anybody. But yeah, when don't be afraid of anything like that. Like I said, if it's something really mischievous, they bloody let you know. They try and scare you. So this, like I said, it's just spirit coming around and letting you know that they're around you. So I want to know, how do you close off what works for you? As many of you guys know, I am an empath. I feel people's feelings and emotions. I always have done. But I had to learn how to switch it off. Now, explain it into words. I don't know if this is going to be easy or hard. I'm going to try. I'm going to attempt it. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do any more readings by the way tonight, guys, because we are strapped for time. Because I know that Gary's going to be going out soon, shortly as well. But I'm going to explain this, and then we're going to see where we are. So when you close yourself, well, first thing you need to do as an empath is learn how to protect yourself. And the way that I do that is I imagine mirrors around me, but in the shape of a big love heart, facing outwards. So the mirror is facing outwards. So when people are coming around you, because imagine it like bumper cars, everyone has this big area of aura around them, and when they bump into like your aura, you can really take that in. Like really feel what they're feeling and what they have been going through, positive or negative. So when you have the mirrors facing outwards, when the energy comes near you, it bounces off. And the reason why I have it is shape of love heart is because then if they're having a negative day and their energy is negative, you're not just sending that energy back to them. You're sending it to them, but it's transferring into light. It's transferring into loving energy. Energy can't disappear. It can only be transformed or transferred. It can't disappear into nothing. So that there is very, very significant to be able to do. And the other thing is, you can learn how to meditate. When you meditate, you learn how to control your mind. You learn how to bring your aura in closer to you, because as an empath, your aura tends to stretch out very, very wide. So you need to bring it back in, so you can keep that and your energy to yourself. Because sometimes as an empath, you're not just picking up other people's feelings. Sometimes unknowingly you can put your feelings and emotions onto other people as well. But it's one of them, Just try and learn how to shut off and I don't absorb anyone else's energies. Another thing to do is I also use prayer. Like I said, I don't hold myself to any religion at all. But if you do hold yourself to some sort of religion, you can use that religion's faith to help you while you do that prayer. And then when I do a prayer, I literally use the intentions that what I want to happen. I send that into my prayer. I set that into my prayer. So if I want to close my energy down, I'll say my prayer. I ask that my energy be closed down, that I'm not constantly being brought down by other people's energies, that I'm surrounded by love and protected at all times. But you always finish that prayer with the amen or the amen, because it's like a full stop. Bill learnt me that it's like sending it off to the cosmos. It's like sending it off to the universe, so it's being heard by the great divine, and they are there around you listening when you're wanting that energy to stay closed. I'm not afraid of it. It might be my mum. I'm praying my son would come one day. Oh Lord, I hope that manages to happen for you. Another thing as well, for Annie, is that like I said, the thought of intention in a prayer, the thought of intent, like thoughts are very powerful. So just in your mind, imagining your aura being drawn back into you, imagining things such as mirrors or things like shutting down around you really, really can help with the closing off and being constantly an empath constantly. So I do that with people always telling me that their problems randomly and still get ill often in public. Thank you. You need to surround yourself with protection, Annie. You really, really do. Because, like, you know, people always get our problems. People are always going to tell you their problems. So people are drawn to empaths like a moth to a flame. And, you know, they feel drawn to us to come and tell us what they've been through and get help and heal because they feel that light and that love around you. Oh, excuse me. Bloody hell. They feel that love and that light all around. So it's a blessing as well that we can do that for other people. But when someone's coming around you and you feel that energy pulling you down, if they're going through something, in your mind, send them love and ask whoever you see as your God to surround them with love and healing and say, please don't use my energy, but please can this person receive some energy. Asking for energy to come in and surround that person is different from you using your own personal energy as an empath, so it doesn't drain you. I lost my faith. I felt he didn't love me enough to love. I'm sorry you feel that way. Yes, yeah, kills. We have a delay, and sometimes I get so confused when I see like the random replies or comments that I don't know what that was about. I totally forgot. But yeah, we do have a little bit of delay. I thought I was the only one who tell them their problems. I don't think I get sick or stressed. Yeah, it can be really draining if you don't know how to keep yourself protected. I can hear him. I can hear it. I can. This one. I can hear him, but I can't see him. People are drawn to an empath. Yeah, sorry, Erin. I forgot what I said because I'm like blabbermouth saying blah 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 blah. Totally forgot what I said. I really did. But yeah, people are drawn to empaths, they're drawn to that light, and that's why empaths a lot of the time, they do go through like hard relationships, such as people with they have friendships and relationships with like their families and stuff because it's normally people who are drawn to them or are in their life who need some type of healing, but that kind of pressure can be too much sometimes. He's back.
Oh no. He's back. He needs to go.
What? No, don't
Actually,
go.
well, I do need to go, actually, I assume.
I know. When
It's
close this off in a minute.
my buddy's birthday tonight, and we haven't seen each other in months, so we're gonna hang out and try to have a good time for a little bit, but I have to work in the morning too, so I can't be out too late, you know. And you're gonna be there. I'm gonna put you on the phone. You know that.
It's funny to find most people who drifted in and out of my life Had a loss. I was about to lose someone. I'll go through their own crisis. I still can't ask others for help. Yeah, it's hard to do to be able to ask people for help. But I just want to say, guys, I'm sorry I only got one reading done. This stream really didn't go the way that I planned, which was to do a reading and a story, We kind of did one reading, and then we just got into the stories, and then time is just like sped past us all.
Yeah, and I talk quite slow, so my apologies for when I was telling my stories, but that's how I talk. I apologize.
He's Miss Sloth.
I'm not sloth. But I do like to chew ice.
What's that got to do with the price of fish?
What?
What's that got to do with the price of fish?
What are you talking about, the price of fish? I'm not buying any fish.
I'm so sorry, Sunshine.
What happened?
Sunshine says 10 days ago it was 40 years that my brother ended his life.
Oh no. I'm so sorry to hear that. But we're here for you. We love you.
Rico says we're never here just for the readings. Worry not. Oh, well, thank you guys. I feel like some people do just come for that, because as soon as I said then that I don't think I'm going to get any readings done, like 4 people just went straight from the chat. Like straight from the stream. I've seen the numbers drop instantly. Like, okay, I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's just the way that the stream worked out.
There was a story I was supposed to read, but
There's 2 stories, but I wanted you to read the second one that was a bit shorter, but you can either read it and end on it, or whatever. It's up to you, my love.
which one was the short one? The very last one?
The second one. The one with
it's like encounter.
Yeah.
Experienced an encounter. Oh god, I didn't practice this one though.
I didn't practice it.
No, I didn't.
Oh, they don't know what they're missing. Yeah, just live and let live. You know, it's not about the readings, it's people. We are here. Oh, thank you, Kirsty.
Well, maybe we can do the story readings on a different stream. If anybody wants to share. I don't know. What do you want? You want me to read this?
It should take about 5 minutes, I reckon, for you to read that. But it's up to you.
Alright guys, if you're okay with this, it's gonna be story time, so
Yeah, it's a Reddit spooky story.
it's a Reddit spooky story. So if you'd like me to read this to you, put a 1
No, tell us what
in
2.
the comments. What?
Put
2?
Yeah.
Put
Because
2.
because sometimes people get confused and think it's for a reading.
Yeah, I'm not doing a reading. This is a story. It's story time.
Hey, Rose.
Hey, Sean. What's up? It's always good to see you.
Look, 2. Everybody wants to.
Oh, boy. All right. You ready for story time? I might put you to bed, though. I might put you to sleep.
He has a real lovely reading voice, guys.
Alright, I didn't get a chance to read this one beforehand, so I'm just reading this off the fly, so. Alright then. I see the 2s. Love you guys. So, if it's okay with you, my love, then here we go. Alright, this is the second one then. This is entitled, There Was Something Demonic in My Closet. And this is the encounter. In honor of Halloween, I thought I'd finally type up this story from Halloween 2015 and share it here. It's long. I promise it all connects. Alright. Halloween that year was on a Saturday night. Last minute, I decided to attend a friend's board game themed party. I drew a Ouija board on an old white t-shirt with a Sharpie. It turned out great and had a nice time at the party. The next day, Sunday, November the 1st, I had a typical hungover Sunday. I left the costume on the floor in a pile of laundry that I was too lazy to pick up. I'm in bed that night with my dog, and her eyes start swelling up out of nowhere. Like it was huge, and she couldn't see. Her whole face was swelling. I panic and rush out to take her to the emergency vet. I go to get her out of the car at the vet, except when I do, all of the swelling is gone, and she's completely fine. Being young and poor at the time, I decided to skip the emergency vet and went back home since my dog seemed completely normal. We get back in bed, and a couple of minutes later, my dog's face starts doing the same thing, just swelling up out of nowhere. I rush back to the emergency vet, and this time, even though the swelling disappeared again, I decided to admit her to the vet to get her checked out. They run tests and give fluids and check her for insect bites, but nothing showed up. She was completely fine. We go back home. It's late. I pass out. And so does my dog. No more face swelling. Cut to 3:30 a.m. I wake up and my dog is sitting on the edge of the bed staring at the wall where my closet is and doing a low growl. I look in the direction of the closet and the door is open, and inside the closet I see this dark, black, gray, misty thing furiously clawing at my clothes on the hanger and making them swing back and forth. Terrified, I couldn't find my voice to scream, so I just lifted my hands in the air and slammed them down on the comforter to scare it away. It turned and looked at me. It didn't really have a face, though, just like a hooded black hole. And then it vanished through the back wall of the closet. I didn't know how to process it. I thought I was maybe seeing shit. So I just sat motionless, wrapped as tightly as possible in my comforter until I was, lights out. Oops, sorry. I burned the Ouija costume the next day and smudged it with some sage just to be safe. That apartment in a building built in the early 1900s, it was. And I saw lots of ghosts after that. Every 6 months or so, I would wake up, always being like 3 to 4 in the morning. And I would see a figure in my room. All of the other ones I saw were more neutral in terms of their energy, you could say. They were more white and misty and had faces, and weren't dark and faceless like the first one. I would ask them, please leave me alone. And they would disappear. Pretty harmless. Still, I don't quite know if what I saw was real or just my mind playing tricks on me late at night. Oops, sorry. The one part that makes me think it was real was my dog's face, swelling. I FaceTimed my mom that night. She saw my dog's face and told me to go, to the vet. I didn't imagine that. Well, she told me to go to the vet, so I didn't imagine it. But was the demon attacking my dog or just a coincidence? I'm a rational person, but I swear that Ouija costume opened up some sort of portal in the bedroom. Epilogue. I've since moved to another state and live in a brand new building. I haven't seen anything since moving here.
Don't have nightmares.
I'm sorry if I botched that, but that's
No,
the
you read
first
it
time I've ever
perfectly.
read it.
You've got a beautiful reading voice. I love your reading tonight.
No. Thanks, baby.
You do.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. But
Yeah, we'll have to do more of these. I might do a stream just dedicated to Reddit spooky stories, because there was so many, so many, but people been through.
Yeah, but there's another one before that, which is quite nice. But
yeah,
and that's the one I read before.
well, that one I knew it was a little bit longer, and I didn't know if you was as desperate to go or if you are.
Well, if anybody wants to hear that story, sure, I got time.
We've got. If you want to listen to the other story, put a 2 in the chat.
This is story time. This is the sort of thing that Keeley does for her children before bedtime. But
I don't read in scary I don't read in scary
stories.
Reddit stories. Look, 2. Ding 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 ding.
They're not scary stories, but she does it so nice though. And I was actually, privileged to read them a couple stories a couple times. Really?
I think that's affirmative that everyone does want to hear that story.
All right then. Okay, this is. I don't need these. It's just blue blockers anyway. All right. Flies. Horrible flies. Oh, goodness. This is the experience. This story is from circa 1993. My wife and I have told other people believing that our children did not remember what happened. But quite recently, my daughter brought it up and added more details that we did not know about until now. From the time that she, my wife, moved into the house, we could tell that there was something off. The previous tenants had left suddenly. Every bathroom cabinet was full of prescription and over-the-counter medications and toiletries. The cabinets in the kitchen still had dishes inside them. And they had left an expensive leather coat and top-of-the-line cowboy hat in the master bedroom closet. The landlord, a police officer on the local force, said that one day they were there and the next they were gone. He had tried unsuccessfully to find them, using all the resources he had in his disposal, but they just seemed to vanish into thin air. Still, it was a roof over their heads, and her now ex-husband insisted that we were making a big deal out of nothing. We would see a bluish mist out of our peripheral vision, but nothing there when we turned our heads. It was crazy. Cold spots everywhere. Even with the wood-burning stove cranking out the heat full blast. Unexplained noises. Every seeming trope about a haunted house. But if he didn't see it, it wasn't real. I'm sorry, guys. It's like page up. I gotta flip through. Sorry. We stopped trying to discuss it with him, and never discussed it when the children were around. And this night started like any other. We fed the kids, bathed them, and sent them upstairs to their room to play for a bit before bed. While we studied, we could hear them walking around above our heads as they played, since their rooms was, directly above the dining room. Suddenly, all four of them began screaming. The sound of terror echoed down the stairs. In seconds, we ran up the stairs to their room and saw the flies. There were thousands of flies. Every surface was covered in them, including our kids. I ushered them down the stairs and grabbed the plastic and metal fly swatters that we kept hanging on the nail in the kitchen. For the next 20 or so minutes, S and I don't want to say her name, just S, killed as many flies as we could. Swatters in both hands as we walked through the rooms. The window was so thick with them that you couldn't see the moon outside. Soon, there were fly corpses everywhere. A few that we missed were buzzing around angrily, but we had killed the largest part of them, and they crunched under our feet as we walked across them. Ew. So S went down to comfort the kids, assess their well-being, and put them to bed in the living room. I grabbed a broom and a dustpan and went back upstairs to dispose of the dead bodies. Where is it? Oh, babe. You gotta give me a better copy than this. I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. Alright, there was not a dead or live fly to be seen. Alright, we'll start from here. Every single one of them had vanished completely. Oh. So there was no flies to be seen, alright? And this is supposedly a true Reddit story, right? There was not a dead or live fly to be seen. Every single one of them had vanished completely. Even the swatters were very impeccably clean, as if they'd never been used moments before. I called out to ask, and she joined me in the kids' bedroom. She was as perplexed as I was. We didn't shrug it off. Instead, it made us more vigilant in our attempts to hide the strange goings on from our kids and attempts to discover exactly what was going on. My daughter and I were walking on the phone. We were talking on the phone about a week ago about her love of horror and slasher films. And I mentioned ghost stories. She said, I don't like ghost stories. Why not? I asked her. Because of the night of the flies. I was holding the alligator that they flew out of that night. What? Her story. They were playing zoo, and she was giving a tour of the animals. She picked up a hollow plastic alligator that we had brought home from the zoo the week before, and while she was holding it in front of her to show his teeth, flies began pouring out of his mouth. Oh, God. She dropped it on the floor, and they kept coming out until they all started screaming, and we came up the stairs. She added, I've never forgotten it. It was like the alligator was alive and squirming in my hands, and the flies were making it act alive. I still have nightmares about it. I don't like any movies with anything that flies or crawls because I remember the feeling of all those flies crawling over us. Jesus. What the hell?
When I found this story as well, Gary went outside his house and there's like a big swarm of flies. Yeah, it's just telling the little girl's version of the story.
Ah, okay. I thought I was waiting for more.
I was waiting for more. You're ready for more. Give me more.
We need a second season of that one. And I'm sorry if I fumbled on my reading, guys, but it's just...
We love your fumbles.
I'm a bit dyslexic, and the text on this is really small.
My guy's a bit blind.
Yeah. No, I'm not blind. The text is small. Look at that. It's small.
You know you can click on them pictures, right?
I did. But it's still small. But that's a cool story. That's creepy, though.
Yeah, well, like I said, guys, that is literally thousands of these stories. Unreadable, Gary. Mainly because it's so small.
Maybe
Have a good
you
night,
should have read that one.
I mean, because it's so small. Like, it's like unreadable because of the size of it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the stream here. The stories will come out again. I will be live on throughout this week with readings, and of course on the Tuesday night. But the daytime streams are going to be coming back. There'll be some where we just have random talks and just chill and chat. There'll be some with where we do readings. There'll be some where we do different things. We'll see, just so I can keep working on this channel and keep in contact with you guys. But anyway, how time flies, having fun. LOL. DJH says. Anyway, have a happy Halloween, everybody. Enjoy your Halloween, and make sure you eat lots of sweets and chocolate.
And next time we do like storytelling time, I'll be more prepared.
No, you was amazing. You did really well.
Second.
Yeah, it was the last second, but I love that. I love you when you read. There's times, guys, at night, by the way, where I literally, when I feel like I can't read, can't sleep because I've got anxiety, and I'll be like, "Will you tell me a story?"
And then I'll just make one up.
Okay.
It's always about Keeley, though. All right, go on. I'm sorry, though.
Good night, everyone. We'll see you again soon. Have an amazing Halloween. Take care.
Mwah!